Hello, this is Skywarp's Hangar, and today we have Man-at-Arms, which, for me, this was my favorite He-Man character and more toy out of the figures. So this one was cool to see in the stores. I was very happy to see him. But yes, this is the figure. If you want to see him for comparison with his wave mate, there you go. There he is with Evelyn. We have Skeletor, so if you have him in your collection, there you have him. And there he is next to Beastman, so you can see how everybody sizes up there. That's pretty cool. And just in case, if you weren't able to find any of those waves and you just so happen to have a faker, there you go. So you can see how he sizes up to the different ones. This figure is from Series 4 of the Mega Construx Heroes line. He does come in blister pack, as you see. Yeah, you get Man-at-Arms on there with Masters of the Universe Mega Construx. And on the back you see the different wave mates, which you see there's figures from different lines there. But I focus on the Masters of the Universe ones. I might go back and pick up that Hellboy, because I think he's actually really cool. But yes, this is a really cool figure. I'm happy to have him, and yeah. He does come with the base, as you see here, Man-at-Arms. And this base does come in 3 pieces when you get it out of package, and basically to put it together is real simple. And they do come with instructions. But yeah, you just clip the base on there, just like Mega Construx blocks. Not any other brand blocks. And you just clip that piece on the back, and it sits all nice and flat and is able to hold your action figure up, which they stand okay on their own. But if you have them in a display shelf or cabinet, when you open the door, they will be on their face. But yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. This guy has a cool little thing going with him, as does Faker, which I forgot to mention. Well, actually, I did forget to mention. The video kind of cut out on me, but nonetheless, he does have storage on his back, which is kind of cool. If you don't want the weapons in his hands, he has this little peg hole on his mace. He has a little peg hole on his back, and you just peg the pegs into the peg hole, and you can store the weapons right there on his back. And that's the same thing with his pistol, which I remember him coming with a larger gun, comparable to his dimensions, I mean, but yeah, scale. But yeah, the weapons do store in his back, so if you want to have him displayed without weapons in his hand, you do have that option, or one or the other, only have one weapon in his hand. But yeah, that's a pretty cool weapon storage. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, and when you get him, this piece of armor is not attached. You just clip that on, and you do need to clip it on to the left side because it will not fit on the right. But yes, yeah, pretty cool. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, if you were to take his head off, which you can, if you want to, this armor would come off and you can switch him out with the rest of your figures. I don't. So, but as for articulation, he can look up and he can look down. He can tilt his head from side to side, and he can turn his head, which is always nice. It's crazy. This has more articulation than 80s toys. His shoulders go up about that high. He does get a 360 wind-up pitch at the shoulder. He does have a swivel at the shoulder, as well as an elbow joint that goes about 90 degrees, and he also has a swivel at the wrist. He does have a swivel at the waist as well, and this isn't the only figure I've run into this on. where his waist only goes so far on him. I don't know if that's a throwback to their punch action from way back in the day or what, but I noticed I think it's Tila and maybe Evelyn can get more of a waist articulation. They swivel all the way. But hey, his legs go out about that far. They go up about that high. And they go back about that far. And he does get 90 degrees at the knee. So yeah. If you want to take a look at him up close, they did a really good job on his paint apps, in my opinion. At least on my figure, anyways. I know mileage may vary on these Mega Construx figures as far as the paint apps go, but in my opinion, I didn't even compare the different figures on this one, but I really like the way that came out. Yeah. So if you want to take a look at his shoulder pad, there you go. And the details in the chest armor, molded details, which that looks pretty spot on from what I remember of the action figure. And I'm not even sure if they had that paint app on that shoulder area right here. But yeah. And then you get the knee armor. I always thought Man-at-Arms had the coolest armor. But yes, this was my first Masters of the Universe figure when I was a kid. So this has a special place for me. You know, I have good attachment to this figure, as it being my first Masters of the Universe figure when I was a child. But yeah, they did good on the face too. I mean, the paint apps on the face are pretty spot on mine at least. I don't know about everybody else's. But let me see if I can get him to look up. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, they're pretty spot on. Now, some of my figures, well, all of my figures, but I did see some in the store where they didn't fare so well, but not on Man-at-Arms. I didn't even compare them. I just grabbed and go. I forgot to be honest with you. But yes, that is our review. And if you like our review, please click like, and please subscribe to our page to see more reviews from us. And for one of our viewers, just say thank you. We would like to offer you this Forbidden Light booster pack code. So first one to redeem that belongs to you, and we hope you enjoy it. And yes, thank you for watching.